Greetings, folks, and welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Coco Smooth, the casual collector. And in this segment of 1/12 scale military action figures takes, I am showcasing the Valaverse Action Force Series 5 Trigger 0508 reissue. Now, um, I wouldn't say always, but well, I guess for always, now that I take the time to think things through, always had an OG one, but since it never came with a box, I bought it loose. It was weird to showcase it without um the package. But since now I got a reissue, we're gonna use this one to compare this one to the old, the old one to the new one, and you know, we'll discover together. Okay, but yeah, this is what it looks like in package. Thing looks great, and off the bat, things that you can kind of notice is that there's subtle paint differences, especially the pants. Um, yeah, the camouflage is a lot more closer to brownish than it is greenish, which works for me because it gives value to the OG for people who want more green. And well, and this color scheme looks pretty gosh dang good because it's color congruent with his gloves and the rest of his setup, if you ask me. But that's just me, right? So yeah, uh, there he is. He's got the same weapons: the saw, the head phones, or I forgot what they call it. So yeah, here we go. Trigger. Here's his file card. He's only 2 action points. But yeah, file name Austin Buchanan. Primary specialty 11 Bravo automatic rifleman. I guess he's the gunner. He's a secondary skill is 19 Delta Cav Scout and 11 Charlie indirect fire infantryman. Man, I don't think these guys get along. 19 Deltas and infantry always seem to have a real insane rivalry going on. So it's hard for me to believe that he was ever both. I mean, it can happen, I guess. But yeah. Birthplace Fort Riley, Kansas. Rank affiliation Staff Sergeant, Action Force. Typical Army brats of a third generation infantryman. Trigger and his sister spent most of their childhood being shunted from military base to military base. Sounds like my life. They saw little of their father during his deployments and were raised primarily by their aunt after their mother died. The day after his high school graduation, Trigger enlisted in the United States Army. During Trigger's one tour, he served with distinction while battling pirates in Laos and helping evacuate the U.S. consulate in Panama and participating in hostage rescue um, operations in Chile. Due to his actions, Trigger was given a special commendation and recommended to the 101st Airborne Screaming Eagles by his commanding officer. Unfortunately, Trigger's arrival at Fort Campbell coincided with the dissolution of the United States, and Trigger opted to remain in Tennessee, though later review of documents revealed that although he continued to serve with the Republic of Tennessee's military, he neither formally enlisted nor applied for citizenship in the Republic. He was last stationed in Fort Tennyson, formerly NSA Mid-South Naval Base, before beginning his affiliation with Action Force. All right. But yeah, here is what we've got. And I guess, now we're going to do the unboxing so that we can, get it started. All right. Well, your boy Kogo is a pretty old school. I guess I could be using a knife, but since I'm going to be uh, getting the command file and everything from this thing, I'm just going to open it and it's no problem. Just going to do it old school by hand, rip it off of its package. All right. Yeah. I'm just interested in the command file. And of course the action points. The rest of this is gonna go. I already have one that's mint on card and blister. So yeah, and it comes with his Action Force steel stand. I think the original one might have a desert one, but I could be wrong. I never had one, so I think it might have been a steel stand too. Well, either way, here we go. As you can see, it comes with his standard set of 8 hands, 2 already attached to him, and 6 spares. Right? Yeah, it's all here. Yeah, pretty much everything that I got with the other one is all here. Right now, he's got both of his trigger fingers on, which makes sense since his name really quite literally is Trigger. So yeah, I forgot to do a very important chore, and that's cut this bad boy off. So I may have to pause to get the tool real quick. And yeah, I'm using this. There you go. Here we go. Yep. Get out of your cage. There you go. And he comes with this 249 saw. Yeah, he's got his boxing fist and his other fist. But yeah, all right, get out. And his other open but closed hands, like for gripping hand, I guess. Not trigger, but just gripping hand. All right, cool. Got everything is out of the package. Cool. All right, so off rip, the joints already feel less. When I first got this, these were it's a little stiff, but this one not so super stiff so far. To be expected. No need for a heat gun. Just you can do this manually, and of course, you just keep messing with the joints to loosen them out. Loosen them up, swivels and everything. But yeah, I really enjoyed this new color pattern. Quite honestly, it even though this is more accurate to what would be ACU's color, I would say this is still a good, look. I'd say. I think the thing is the same exact color. The Action Force cap looks like it's the same color. Maybe I'm trying to see if his beard might be any different, but the truth is it looks like it's exactly the same, at least in the light. But yeah. Yeah. Trying to sell him on y'all, and he's falling on his own. No, but he's usually pretty good. He's probably my most favorite fig out of the entire bunch, just because he's such a bad buns looking character, in general. He's my favorite non-troop builder, I'd say. Okay, so the hands were easily able to get out, and of course you're gonna have to use this hand right here to so that you can actually carry that side of the 240, the M249. So yeah, oops, somewhere in here I forgot to take the gosh dang bipod out. Oop. Well, there goes that. It's not broken or nothing. Just couldn't put it back. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna try to get him to do some sexy weapons pose, I guess. Sexy. It's not a sniper weapon. It's a machine gun. So sexy aiming pose. Sexy machine gun pose. sexy squad automatic weapon pose, right? Yeah. All right. Triggers on point. And the difference, obviously, is the tattoo that he's got. It says trigger with bullets cross. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let me find his doggone thing real quick. Forgot to take it out. It was so camouflaged. Oop. Yeah, your boy's a klutz. Put this in here. Will be a problem? Shouldn't be. Other one is pretty easy to do. Okay. So on the stubborn side, there you go. Snap. Ah, snap. Okay. Now I got to put this thing on to see if it'll fit all the way now, because this definitely makes things well, here you go. There you go. Yeah. My problem with this, even though it looks great, is that the buttstock just seems, and then this is for the old one too, it just seems a little too long. So it's harder to get this to be shouldered, so he has to look more along the lines of that. You know what I mean? Yeah. It looks like the saws are roughly the same color. Yeah, this one seems to be just a shade darker, and this one's a shade light, or shade. This one is a shade lighter, but ever so subtle. Like it's almost negligible, but I can tell that this has a darker hue than this. It's not a trick of the light. Yeah, hang on, gotta get his. There you go. So yeah, you guys can tell that his pants are clearly different here. Might be harder for you guys to figure out whether or not which one's darker than the other. But to me, this one's just one hair shade darker than that one. So overall, I'm finally glad that I was able to showcase you guys a trigger, and I'm glad that it was this one, because there's differences, obviously. Tattoo, no tattoo, um, and the color of their pants, and of course again the color of the M249 is definitely just a shade off. And I'm glad that there's differences, so it maintains the collectability of the first one for people who want something with more green, and of course the collectability of this for people who would want more on the brownish gray side. So yeah. Final thoughts on this: still a Bad Buns figure. It's still really good. I know it's obnoxious to have two of them, but it's still nice to have both. Because this is one of my most favorite figures from the line in general. Yeah, because he just looks so cool. It looks like something that would be in real life. Somebody out there, uh, just doing special ops with people, and yeah. All right, folks. Well, that's all I got for this segment of One Tail Scale Military Action Figures Takes. The Action Force, Valaverse Action Force, Series 5, number 0508, Trigger reissue. I am your host, Coco Smooth, the Casual Collector. And until the next video, folks, ciao.